Once upon a time, in the village of Ishe, there lived two people who could not have been more different. There was Seyi, a man known across the village for his laziness. From morning till night, Seyi would lie under the big mango tree at the edge of the village, watching the clouds pass by or sleeping away the day. People would call out to him, "Seyi, get up and do something." But Seyi would just yawn and say, "Tomorrow, I will start working tomorrow." Then there was Simi. Simi was a young, beautiful woman, famous for her hard work and determination. She was not only beautiful with her smooth brown skin and bright eyes, but also very intelligent. Every day, Simi would rise with the sun, get dressed in a colorful Ankara skirt and blouse, and head to her farm. She planted crops, fetched water from the stream, and sold her produce in the markets. Everyone admired her, not just because of her beauty, but because she never let the words of others bring her down. In Ishe, people used to say, hard work will make a poor person rich, but laziness will make a rich person poor. And that was the truth. Simi and Seyi were neighbors, but their lives were like day and night. Whenever Simi passed by on her way to the farm, Seyi would be under the mango tree, sometimes pretending to sleep, but really watching her. He admired her beauty and how strong she was, but he could not understand why she worked so hard. "Why don't you rest, Simi?" he would ask. "What is the point of working so much when you can just enjoy your life?" Simi would smile and say, "Seyi, life is about more than just resting. If you work hard today, you will enjoy tomorrow." Seyi would shake his head and laugh. "That is too much work. I will enjoy today and worry about my tomorrow later." Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The villagers noticed that while Simi's farm was growing with healthy crops and her business in the market was booming, Seyi was becoming thinner and poorer. His small farm was overgrown with weeds, and he did not have enough food to eat. He would sometimes beg from his neighbors, asking for food or money. Many times, Simi would give him something from her farm, even though she did not have much to spare. One evening, after another long day of work, Simi sat outside her small house, tired but happy with her progress. Seyi, looking hungry and worn out, walked up to her. "Simi," he said quietly, "can you spare some food for me? I haven't eaten all day." Simi looked at him, her heart filled with pity. She went inside and brought out some roasted yam, offering them to him. She took the food and could not meet her eyes. He felt ashamed. As he ate, Simi asked, "Seyi, why don't you help yourself? You are strong enough to work. If you start today, in a few weeks, you will have enough to eat and maybe even more to sell." Seyi shied. "I don't know, Simi. It is just so hard to start. I have been lazy for so long, and now it feels impossible." Simi smiled kindly. It is never too late to start, Seyi. You have to take the first step, just like planting a seed. It takes time for it to grow, but if you don't plant anything, you won't have a harvest. Seyi listened to her words, and for the first time, they made a sense to him. That night, he could not sleep. He kept thinking about what Simi said. Maybe it was not too late for him to change. Maybe, just maybe, he could be like Simi, strong, hardworking, and respected. The next morning, something unusual happened in the village of Ishe. As the sun rose, Seyi did not stay under the mango tree. Instead, he went to his farm and began pulling out the weeds. The villagers were shocked when they saw him working. Seyi is finally working, they whispered among themselves. Some laughed, thinking he would not last long. But Simi watched from a distance and smiled. She knew it would not be easy for him, but she believed he could do it. Every day, Seyi worked harder and harder. He cleared his land, planted seeds, and took care of his crops. It was tough at first. His back ached and his hands were sore, but he kept going. Sometimes he wanted to give up, but whenever he thought of resting under the mango tree, he remembered Simi's word. If you work hard today, you will enjoy tomorrow. Weeks passed and Seyi's farm began to grow. His crops sprouted from the ground, green and healthy. The same villagers who had laughed at him now looked at him with surprise and respect. Seyi is really changing, they said. But Seyi was not satisfied yet. He wanted to prove to everyone, especially Simi, that he was no longer the lazy man they all knew. One afternoon, he decided to visit Simi. When he reached her house, she was busy sorting vegetables to sell at the market. Simi, he called softly. "Thank you for believing in me. I have started working and my farm is growing, but I need your help. Will you teach me how to manage my farm better? I want to learn from the best." Simi smiled warmly. "Of course, I will help you. I am proud of the progress you have made." From that day on, Simi and Seyi worked together. Simi taught him how to manage his farm, how to take care of his produce to the markets, and how to save the money he earned. Little by little, Seyi's farm flourished. He began selling his crops in the market, and soon he had enough to build a better house and live comfortable. But there was still more to learn, and Seyi was determined to keep improving. The villagers continued to watch, amazed at how much he had changed. Seyi's life was taking a new turn. The day of lying under the mango tree, doing nothing, were far behind him. He no longer begged for food or pitied himself. With Simi's help and guidance, his farm was thriving. The once weak man who struggled to start work now had a vibrant farm full of yams, maize, and vegetables. The villagers could hardly believe the transformation. They no longer whispered about his laziness when they passed him. Instead, they praised him for his dedication. Even though Seyi had improved, his journey was not without challenges. One day, heavy rains swept through the village, damaging many farms, including his. Seyi stood on his farmland, watching helplessly as the flood water washed away some of his crops. His heart sank. After all this hard work, is this how it ends? He thought. Simi, who had heard about the flood, hurried to his side. When she arrived, she found him sitting in the mud, his head down, looking defeated. Seyi, she called, her voice gentle but firm. This is not the end. Don't give up now. Seyi looked up at her, his eyes filled with frustration. How can I not give up, Simi? Look at my farm, all my work, washed away in just one day. I don't know if I can start again. Simi knelt beside him, her hand on his shoulder. I understand how you feel, but remember, we can always plant again. What matters is that you have learned how to walk. Don't let this setback destroy all you have gained. Her word struck a chord in him. He realized that giving up now would mean returning to the man he once was, the lazy man who never finished anything. Seyi took a deep breath and stood up, wiping the mud off his hand. You are right, Simi. I can't go back to who I was. Together, they began to replant his crops, slowly and steady, even when it seems like starting over was too difficult. Seyi passed on, and as the week passed, his farm began to recover. The floods may have set him back, but they did not destroy his spirit. The hard work Seyi had learned from Simi kept him going, even when things got tough. One evening, as they both sat under the same mango tree, where Seyi once spent his lazy days, Simi smiled at him. I am proud of you, Seyi. You have proven that anyone can change if they are willing to work for it. Seyi smiled back, grateful for everything she has done for him. I would not have done it without you, Simi. You believed in me when no one else did. I will never forget that. But as Seyi was about to say more, a group of villagers approached them. They had been watching Seyi's transformation and wanted to talk to him. The village elder, an old man with a white beard, stepped forward and spoke. Seyi, we have all seen how you have changed. You went from being the laziest man in the village to one of the hardest worker. Your story had inspired many of us, especially the young ones. We want to know, how did you do it? Seyi was surprised by the question. He never thought of himself as someone who could inspire others. He looked at Simi before answering, and with a deep breath, he spoke. I learned that no matter how lazy or hopeless you feel, it is never too late to start working hard. It was not easy, and there were times I wanted to give up, but with help from Simi and remembering that hard work brings the reward, I kept going. Now, I see that when you put effort into something, even if it takes time, the result will come. Laziness does not give you anything except regrets. The elder nodded in agreement. Your story is a lesson for us all, Seyi. Thank you for showing us that change is possible. Simi smiled at him with pride. The once lazy Seyi had become someone others looked up to, and even he was so surprised by how far he had come. Hey there, amazing viewers. I hope